I managed to journal consistently for the last 90 days. Before setting this goal, I would pick up my journal sort of sporadically and check in when I felt it was necessary or when I remembered, but other times life just kept getting in the way. When I realized that I actually do want to prioritize daily journaling and actually made it one of my goals for this year, I ended up implementing a few methods that helped me achieve this goal. In this video, I want to share some key takeaways that I've learned along this journey and share some helpful practical tips if you too are trying to journal consistently. Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Amira, and on this channel, I talk about mindful productivity, wellness, and small actionable steps that we can take to create more balance and find meaning on our current journeys. So first thing I wanted to touch on is why exactly journaling is beneficial, why you should even bother with trying to journal. There's a good amount of scientific evidence that states that journaling has a positive impact on both mental health and improving emotional intelligence. There's also evidence that shows that journaling helps lower active stress responses, which also in turn positively impacts the immune system due to the interaction between cortisol release and secretion of inflammatory molecules as part of the stress response. There's a lot of good stuff to read through. I'll link some helpful articles down below if you're interested in learning more about the physiological reasons behind that, but it's clear that there are some physiological and psychological benefits of journaling. Personally, I can say that I've definitely experienced a few of these benefits. I'm pretty type A and kind of have a busy brain, so I often engage in something called stream of consciousness journaling. Stream of consciousness journaling is basically just letting whatever comes out of your mind just flow onto the page. Doesn't have to be too structured or really that intelligible, but I find that the act of journaling really helps me kind of focus in, dial in, cut the brain chatter, and I'm overall left with a sense of calm and peace that I can carry with me into the rest of my day. I don't just have to journal about my feelings though. My journaling takes the form of my vision for the year or the quarter, gratitude journaling, journaling for productivity, evaluating my current health and wellness, evaluating my relationships. So I found that I really benefited from this sort of emotional unclogging, this thought processing. I feel like as a true Libra who sometimes cannot make up her mind, I really have tried to set an intention of looking more inward and reflecting on what I truly want, and I know that I have the inherent answers to the questions that I'm looking to answer without looking for external advice or validation as the default. So of course I'm open to advice from other sources, but I'm really kind of prioritizing not asking people, what should I do about this? What should I do next? And more so taking the time myself to actually think about what my options are and then maybe seek little pieces of advice here or there from trusted sources. As a result of this framing and this process, I've found that it reduces that internal friction that I have around a particular topic, and it just overall helps me get more clear about what I really want. I've also found that my mental resilience is at an all-time high and my agitation is at an all-time low. I've noticed that my zest for life, my joie de vivre has definitely increased. Again, as a type A forward thinker, I found that I love planning and I love feeling in control of my life, of my situation. But I find that if I don't keep this love for control in check, I can essentially turn into a control freak, which isn't good because I've realized over the course of my 20s that the only constant in life is change. So my mantra is really open mind, open heart, being amenable to change and keeping my expectations more so aligned with that. I can, plan because it makes me feel good. I can have a rough outline of the steps that I'm gonna take moving forward, but also knowing that life will throw you curveballs and it's all about resilience. And I think journaling has really helped me lead with that intention. So with all that being said, I shared in my last kind of vision and goal setting videos that I had set an intention for this year, 2024, to journal consistently, build that practice. And I can gladly say that the first quarter of the year has been a success in terms of building and cultivating that practice. I've successfully journaled for the past 90 days or so. And so I want to share a few things that have helped me personally journal consistently for those last 3 months. The first thing that's helped me personally is lowering the friction and reducing the resistance. I really do this by keeping my preferred journaling items close to me. So for example, I use my my iPad primarily to journal. So the night before, I will essentially just lay the iPad out where I'm most likely to go in the morning. So for example, the couch. And so I laid it out on the couch the night before with my little keyboard, with my Apple Pencil, so that when I wake up in the morning, it's literally staring me in the face. I don't have to hunt around to go find it. And this just reduces that friction, that resistance to just pick it up, open it, start journaling. My GoodNotes app and Notion app is on the first page of my home screen. I've changed all my little icons to something aesthetically pleasing. I've changed my home screen to something aesthetically pleasing. It's just a very inviting space, and it makes me feel good about just picking it up, saying what I need to say, jotting my things down, and then going about my day. On that note, the second thing that I found really helpful is making the act of journaling feel good, but also leaving the definition of good flexible for whatever I'm in the mood for. So really you can make it feel good in whatever way you'd like. For example, if you're going for a longer journaling session, maybe lighting a candle, getting a little playlist out with some calming music, making a warm drink and sipping it while you write away, basically stimulating much more of your senses in a way that makes it more pleasurable for you, a more pleasurable experience, and makes it more likely that you'll journal more. Or you don't have to do any of those things if it's too high of a commitment, right? We can just lower the bar for ourselves. If it feels better to just get a little 5 to 10 minute quick riff off and get back to the rest of your day, and that's what feels good to you, then that's cool too. Again, it's just about reducing that resistance. Journaling can and should be done any time of day, anywhere you feel like it, whatever reason you think of. The next thing that I found helpful is choosing a format that I'm most likely to stick to. So some people like just good old pen and paper. They have a little cute Moleskine notebook and their pen, and that's their preferred way of journaling. And I can definitely see the benefit, right? There's just something about that mind to pen to paper connection. I actually prefer digital, and I have actually 2 separate methods of digital journaling. I like to journal on my iPad using my Apple Pencil, and I have that paper like screen protector that makes it feel a lot similar to writing in a notebook. So it's still that same satisfying feeling of writing things down. And I'm actually gonna just run over and grab my iPad, and it'll also be on the screen, but essentially this is her. I have a little Bluetooth keyboard here that I'll just kind of bust out. It's magnetic. And then I have my iPad here with the Apple Pencil with the paper-like screen protector. Very inviting, very calming. And I have my GoodNotes app and my Notion. So with GoodNotes, I'm currently filming this on May 1st. You can actually see that I have already completed my little entry for May 1st. I will link the digital journal that I use in GoodNotes. It's called the Vision OS journal. It has little calendar section where you can journal in those little boxes for each day of the month, and you can also tap into each day if you need more space to write some more. I've shown it on here multiple times, but for my gratitude and my reflections journals, I use Notion. This is good just for quick little jots. I have pre-made templates that are easy to just click in and populate for each day. And I've actually linked each journal to my homepage. So rather than just kind of scrolling in to find the journal, it's just kind of automatically linked to my homepage. That linking feature really helps to also reduce that friction. Just open the homepage, click on a new day. I can just check in. It's the same questions each day. What am I grateful for? My affirmations. For my evening reflections, I have a little section that I can put how I'm feeling with the accompanying emoji, and then kind of a general reflection for the day. So I find that those pre-made templates along with the database linking feature of Notion has been really helpful in just getting that consistent check-in in each day. So if you're interested in where I got these journals from, you can check the description down below. And another thing that's made a significant impact is just having ready-made prompts ready for me to go for when I need some inspo on that days that I'm not quite sure what to write about. As I mentioned before in this video, there are different types of journaling that you can do, whether that's journaling for productivity, stream of consciousness journaling. So here are some of my personal favorite prompts. What would success in XYZ area look like for me? What are some of my current joys? Do I currently like how I'm using my time? If not, why? And what would I like to change? Do I like how I show up in my interpersonal relationships, friendships, family, romantic, etc.? If not, what would I like to change and why? If you're looking for more prompts to help you get started, you can grab a free PDF copy down in the description to help give you some thought starters. I've included lots of different categories, such as journaling for creativity, for relationships, for challenges, for milestone, for your vision, and lots more, so feel free to check it out. This can help you get started if you're not sure what to write about for different areas of your life, but also realize that you don't have to follow a particular format. Just free-flowing brain dumping can be just as useful for what you need in that moment, for when you need to process what you need to process in real time. If you liked this video, then maybe you'd like to see some real-time examples about how I incorporate my own journaling into my daily routines. I have a little cozy, slow down vlog that kind of shows some of that, so check it out if you're interested. In the meantime, we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to stay mindful. Bye.